What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. And I just wanted to address something that's kind of, I don't know, it bothers me. And I think a lot of sellers kind of get lost in not realizing what matters when it comes to reselling. And I think even eBay themselves are lost when it comes to what matters when you're reselling, and that is the customers. Now, as a reseller, your customers are the people who buy from you. For eBay, your customers are your sellers. Your sellers are what's, your customers what's making you the money. We as sellers are making eBay money. Buyers are making us money. That's the bottom line, in my opinion, and pretty much factual. I mean, that's the way it kind of works. We all know that eBay, everybody's got a horror eBay story from as a seller, and probably 99% of eBay sellers feel eBay doesn't care about them, if not 100%, to be honest with you. I've been doing this 20 years, and I don't feel like eBay gives two rats asses about me at all, and it's bothersome. But I don't let that trickle down to my customers, the people who buy from me. They're paying my bills. So I want to make sure they're happy. The thing about customers is everyone is different. Every person on this earth is different when it comes to buying online, whether it's, you're green at it, you're an expert at it, you don't really care for it, but you do it. But everybody, and then you throw in people's emotions and their knowledge, their trying to think of the word I'm trying to think of, their personality, what made them them. You throw all that in, you're going to get everybody who's different. I mean, you don't want everybody on this planet to be the same. I mean, that's what causes like cancel culture and dictatorship and stuff. You don't want to be a part of that kind of stuff. You want everybody to be different. So you've got to treat your customers as such. The way I look at things is I don't get mad over returns or, things that happen, or, lost mail, things like that. Things are the way they are. But how you treat the situation is what matters and what makes you in the eyes of your customers. I think the thing that bothers me the most, well, there's two things. People who complain about customers, about how they act and such. And like I said, everybody's different. So you've got to realize that and know that and just be accustomed to it and just roll with it, basically. But then there's the one thing that really sets me off is when sellers just totally ignore the customer. Like they don't matter, they're nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I'll give you an example, and I won't name names, but y'all can probably figure it out if you look around or know what's going on. There'll be an eBay seller doing big numbers on YouTube, plenty of people following him, listening to every word he says, buying into his programs and his groups, paying him for this knowledge that's coming out of his head, right? His experience, whatever the case may be. But yet, if you follow the rabbit hole, you will see he totally ignores the customer. And that kind of stuff, you can't do that if you're going to run a long-term successful business, especially online, especially in 2021. You can't do that. It's not going to end well. Bottom line, it's not going to end well at all. If you're getting one negative, you're averaging almost one negative a day, you're doing something wrong. And you're taking money from people to give them lessons on learn how to resell, but yet you're not doing the fundamentals of taking care of your customers. Look, I am the first to know that there are a lot of bad people who leave bad feedback just for no reasons, who won't contact the seller, etc., etc. Trust me. But how you handle that is what matters, because if you handle it properly, you might be able to get them to retract the feedback, right? If you totally ignore it, it's just going to sit there. You're going to start getting those negative feedbacks that say, I emailed this seller 3 times and they never responded. And that ain't going to be one time. You're going to see that in several different locations. And that's just not right. You don't ignore your customers. I mean, I understand that seems like where eBay is headed. They're just ignoring sellers to a certain point. And most of that's because of the fabric of the business, the way it's set up, how nobody talks to anybody in the damn eBay world. And it comes back on the sellers and makes it look like we're just out here swimming alone. But you can't leave your customers out there swimming alone if they had a bad experience with you or with your service being USPS or however you mailed it. Because no matter who you use to mail your product, that's part of you. You chose that company to mail that item. That is on you. That's your choice. So you have to back them up no matter what. As eBay should be backing sellers up, you need to be backing the USPS, as crappy as it will be in the fourth quarter. You need to back them up and help the customer understand what goes on. Don't be an eBay. Don't be one of those people who's taking a negative feedback every day of the month because you're just totally ignoring your customers. Don't do that. So please, number one in business, your customers, the people who are paying your bills, treat them as much. You wouldn't treat them as you would want to be treated. Don't fall into the corporate hole of faster, quicker, more money, more money, more money. And that's all you think about. That's secondary to the customer service, the customer experience. Without that customer service and customer experience, you don't have all those other options. So I just want to put that out there because there's some people leading new sellers or novice sellers in the wrong direction. And it angers me because I don't like people who are taking your money and then setting you up to fail. That's just not what you do. You're nothing but a cog in a machine that they're creating, and nothing matters except cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And we got enough of that in this world. So as a small seller, as a small business owner, you need to go beyond what people do for more than just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And you really need to basically keep it together. Because without it, you've got nothing. Your foundation is done. So, thanks everybody for watching. Later.